there, it's Maggie. Today I'm going to be experimenting and testing out different ways to glue up wood. The first thing I'm going to do is, the last video I talked about cutting wood at an angle. So I cut this wood at 30-degree angles. So what I'm going to try to figure out is which way glues better. The 30-degree angles together or the straight, the like 90-degree angles. Which ones glue better? So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the 30-degree angles together. And when they dry, I'm going to glue the 90 together, so it's going to make a big, almost square. So that is the first thing I'm doing. Now, I'm still a glue novice, but what I've come to realize is I seem to like type on 2 the best so far. It sets a little bit faster. It's still pretty easy to clean up. I'm still doing terrible cleaning up wood glue. You have to be careful with wood glue when you clean it up after it dries, because if you don't do it right, then like stain won't take there, and you end up with like blank spots where your stain is supposed to be. It just doesn't look good. So, okay, I'm gonna clear off the dried boogers off the glue bottom. So what I do, so we got the 30 angle. You know what I should do? Turn it this way so you guys can actually see it. That would work out so much better. Okay, so you're supposed to use a lot of glue. There we go. We have pretty good glue. And then what I'm going to do is slap it together. Okay, so I got it together. And then I'm going to clamp it. Now, I do not have a professional level of clamps. I have a mishmash of clamps. But I'm getting there. So we'll learn as we go along, kind of thing, right? So what I learned is that you want it clamped together so that they're together, but not so tight that they like click over each other. Does that make sense? Maybe? Okay. See what I mean? Like, it doesn't look quite right. So I'm doing something wrong. Must have it too tight on this side. I want it like there. Oh, you know what? I bet you we should take like 2 boards and put them together like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do. Okay, so since it's like bopping up and down on each other, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take skinny scraps, go like this on each side, and like clamp them together, I think. I can figure out how to. And that should keep them together pretty good. Go like this. Let's say go this way. Tighten it up. And then go on this one. See, now it's not. So how do I fix that? Let's see. Do I need to loosen it up? Okay, so Okay, so this is what I've done. I try to show it from this angle. See, but it's like, you can't see it because I have to take those out of the way. But there's a little bit of a bump out. So I've got to try to loosen these for a minute and like try to square it up again. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so this is me loosening up a little bit, just slightly, so it stays on there, but barely. I'm gonna try to sugar roll. And I'm sure there's a better way to do this that makes more sense. You all that have done woodworking for longer, go ahead and leave me a comment. Tell me what my newbie self is doing wrong. But anyways, let's start with that. And so right now, see, it doesn't want to hang out right on this side. Board. See, it's like thick no matter what. I think it's just going to be that way. Fine. Have an attitude with me. Okay, so then I do that. Now I'm going to try to do the same thing on this side. Okay, so I've got two more clamps that again are kind of mishmash, but they'll work. I'm going to try to do the same thing again. Okay. So I'm trying to tighten these clamps up a little bit. Okay. So we got the first one set and clamped. Okay, so now we're going to do. Okay, so now we're going to let these sit and dry. Then later on, we'll glue up the centers and clamp them together. So hold on tight. Okay, so these been drying for a couple hours. So we're going to remove the clamps. So I'll just, what we want is we want to see now when we glue these four boards together, which one of our seams looks better. The seams that we did on the angle or the seams that we did up and down. You know what I mean? Hopefully you know what I mean. Because if not, then you've already ran away from this video. Like, oh my god, this is boring. But anyways, I was curious about it, so I figured I might not be the only person. I was curious about trying to figure out how to make nice seams when we do like tabletops and stuff, because I've been making family members tables, and I'm trying to get better. And the one thing I've noticed is that my seams are still a lot ugly. So that's what so now what I'm going to do is, let me move see if you see that. Okay, I'm going to go up from above for a minute. See, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try gluing this up, and then when we sand it all down, we'll figure out which seam looks better. Because right now they all look ugly, but when we glue it and then sand it down, which set of seams looks better is my thought. Okay? So let me put the camera back the way it was. Okay. So now we're going to do what we did before. Takes. And this is where you find out how crappy your gluing was, or not was. So we're going to put the glue on. Put the glue on. And then put the wood down. So like that. And what I want to do is what we did before, I think. These things. Let's go like this. And this. Like this. And then go like this. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep the two boards, two center boards, like as happy as campers as we can. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. It's been drying for a while with the glue. So we're going to release the clamps. I may stop taping real quick if the landscapers start up again, but so far so good. There we go. Last set. Okay. So we've stuck to the plywood. That. Okay. So we've glued it all down. The two outer glues are the one we did with the 30-degree angle, and this one's the one we did with the 90-degree. My thought was by doing the 30-degree, you'd have more wood surface to glue up. And then this is the back. Oh, it's a hot glue mess. That's right, that's what sandpaper's for. So the next thing I'm going to do is start sanding it down. And then once I've gone through all the sanding, we'll look to see which ones look better. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do now. Y'all don't have to watch me sand. So didn't even have to go through all the sandpaper to realize that it's kind of a clear see who's the winner. The angle, which I thought would work better, even in its best place, isn't as good as the 90. And you look at the straight cut, even with this, with the crappy wood, I probably could sand that out smoother. It still looks better than most of the places with the angle. So I don't know why. Makes no sense to me, because I would have thought that the angle would do better, but the 90 does better. So get you back up here with me. So anyways, That is the glue experiment. So from now on, when I do my tabletops, I'm going to be doing a 90-degree cut and glue ups. So thank you for watching. If you like my little experiments and lessons, please subscribe and join my journey. Thank you.